I thank universal truth and absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to people. Struggle salute. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space of educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for questions, answers, comments, concerns, conversation, dialogue, intelligence, your space. Space of love. This is a space where we seek unity on a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information in the chat for the duration of class. Fund this war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till you on somebody's news station, hemped up, elbows close together, wrists tight. It's too late then. Book an assessment. If you are already in the fold, get your sessions in, book your session. If you or anybody you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in an intimate relationship abusive situation, book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, what you need to be alerted to, and the behaviors. Yes, the behaviors. Okay? Remember, the life you save could be your own. This is midnight, so as you can see, we are in another day, late night class. I'm surprised so many of y'all were waiting. So many of y'all are up, which means y'all lost money. Yeah, y'all was watching that game, y'all lost money. Yeah, and we going to make sure that you still enjoy your evening. Yes, and get some learning in. We got a few people to tag tonight. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And y'all need to tag them. So somebody tag Fat Joe. Tag him. Tell him to bring his ass to class. Yes. Tag Baby Williams and Drake. Tag them. Tag Champagne Poppy and them to tell them to bring their ass to class. Yeah. Tag them. Tag Quavo. Yes. Tag Quavo. Tell Quavo to bring his ass to class. Yeah, with the kung fu grip. I don't know what he thought he was doing. Tag him. Who else in that thumbnail, y'all? Before we even forget, some Gilbert Arenas. Yeah. Tag him. Tag Gilbert Arenas and tell him to bring his old hammer-toting in the locker room ass to class. Yeah, why is he with the Euro so hard? Tag him. Who else was in that thumbnail? Did we cover everybody? Tag your classmates too. We gonna see how many people make it this evening. Yeah, we gonna see. Yeah, I see y'all. Some of y'all was in class earlier. I see you. So let's see who's up in here. Merk Low. What's good? Whoa, hold on. Luis MG. 55. You get a 55. You were the first 55 of the night. Yeah, hold that. Luis, yeah, take that. Christopher Farmer's up in the spotty spot. Van Rutledge. Tierra T. Green, you up late night. Okay, youngin'. Okay, youngin', we see you. Uh-huh. Uptown Dre. Okay. I see you. Cool KK is up in the spotty spot. Lee Guinness, the Bison 55. 55, Lee. Yeah, hold that. Cookie, you's up in here. Andrea Jones is up in here. Patrick Jenkins the second. You about to get off work, then don't get fired coming up in here. You up in here. Philip Boom, we see you. Uh-oh. Frankie Fierce. East New York is in the spot. What's going on? Uh-oh. Eric Carlos is in the spot. C. Blades is still up. Yes. Lovely lady. Rick Gatlin. Kyra Knowles is up in here. A. Wood is up in here. Terrence Butler's in the spotty spot. 55. Terrence Butler, you get a 55. Yeah. Clarice Dallas is in the building. Yes, 55 gang. Who else is up in here? Yeah, okay. Bino is up in the spotty spot. Geechee's up in here. Yeah, y'all rolling in now. Hood Central Highlights is in the spot. Barbara Williams. Okay, you up in here, no doubt. King Hazy. Okay, what's going on? You up in here? We see you unpopping opinions. Yeah. Let's get to it. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, late night. I had to do it. Come on, man. Y'all know how it is when I'm out and about. I'm on the road. You dig? But certain things I gotta address, man. And we seem to have a lot of clowns, a lot more fairies popping up as the Diddy news is starting to wane out of our timelines. Suspiciously, all of a sudden, it's getting real quiet around these parts. When it comes to him, we're seeing a whole lot more affirmation of this, alternative lifestyle. I told you, as the wars increase around the globe, they're going to make sure that our melanated men are not secure in the eyes of our women and children and shit, not secure with the idea of a united front amongst each other, especially if they keep showing these little skittles running around, lizards and all that. So we have now an acknowledgement of this alternative fashion statement coming from one of the more vocal agents. Oh, well, since some have a problem with us calling them an agent, complier, somebody who is complying with the agenda of the effeminization of our men, Mr. Joey Crack himself. Yeah, the Don. But before we get into the Don and his, standing tall with brothers who colorfully paint their nails, we got to get at Quavo. Yeah, so somebody tag Quavo. Tell him we talking about him first. Because I don't know what he thinks he pulling with that little nasty ass karate gi, knuckle game, kung fu Joe shit he got going on. Son, because that wasn't it. All that, you breaking boards and all that, like you putting the fear of the gods in somebody? Nah, son, that was the absolute wrong move. Social media has become a circus. So, again, let's refresh what's been going on. Quavo has had a back and forth with Chris Brown. They exchanged diss records, and at this point, nobody actually wants to hear a rapper, a commercial rapper coming from the South, get humiliated in a rap battle with an R&B singer, one of the greatest young R&B talents we have had in the last couple of decades. How does he roast one when it comes to rhymes, battle raps? So him and Chris Brown been taking these serious shots back and forth at each other. And it appeared to be in a space where they may want to take it somewhere else. So I guess us having knowledge that Chris Brown has studied, has practiced the discipline of some type of martial arts over the years, whether it is karate or Muay Thai or Kung Fu, we know he does something. Quavo took it upon himself to film himself breaking some type of wooden plank. And I'm looking and I see him in his little nasty ass karate gi, looking like something from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker or Hong Kong Phooey. And with the assistance of whoever was holding the board, he hit the ha-ha. And then looked and stared into the camera and shit. On some Dragonfly Jones shit, if I may add. Hilarious as hell to me. And I'm really, really hoping that it doesn't go viral. Yeah, because if Chris Brown sees that, he just might take a little trip and whoop up on your man Quavo. Yeah, man. Yeah. Cause that little shit was nasty. Like, what? And he had his little chicks in the background and shit, gassing them up, cheering them on. I'm looking, I'm like, son, that was a bad move. That knuckle game should have never, ever reached the public eye. You, sir, will get behind them walls. Yeah, that little skid bit or two you did, ain't nothing. You, sir, will get behind them walls and be calling, guard. Yeah, because if you throw hands like that, yeah, son, you'll have a tough time protecting them grippers. I'm telling you. Because that wasn't it. It wasn't it. Yeah, that's who you look like right about now. You look like Dragonfly Jones, and you got Chris Brown looking like Kenji. Yeah, getting ready to toss your ass all up and down the street. Throw your ass into the mailbox, toss your ass into the bushes, all that. drag you around on the floor. Yeah. Go all up in your little karate gi and take his little ends. I'm just saying, you guys have to stop. I don't know how many times we said it in class, but you dudes got to get off the internet, especially when it comes to working out or doing some type of activity that requires you to throw your hands. Rick Ross, yeah, nasty with the knuckle game. Weak. Looking crazy, hitting the bag. All of them. Y'all knuckle games is suspect, son. And now Quavo has been added to the list. I already told y'all rappers is pussy. So for this rapper who claimed to be coming up out of ATL, the streets, about that action, for him to get plucked out, for all of us to see by R&B dude, man, it's not gonna look too well for the rap community. I'm serious, yeah, nasty ass Meek Mills, all of them with them little nasty knuckle games. Elbows all crooked. Yeah, y'all going down hard and fast. So if Chris Breezy see you breaking that little nasty piece of cardboard, you're gonna be in for some trouble, sir. Definitely anybody, and I mean anybody, may call you out for some type of celebrity boxing match. Cause you looking like Raw Dog Pain, Quavo. You looking like a mix between Raw Dog Pain, Dragonfly Jones. Yeah. That's who you look like. That's exactly who you look like. Get that shit up out of here. You ain't got no Fly Guy and Hammer and all them with you. Slade, Slammer, and Hammer. I am a. Nah, you don't have none of that. I'm gonna get you sucker. None of them there to hold you down. You won't be the Kung Fu Joe dude that got clapped up by some of them Chris Breezy foot kicks to the side of your head. I mean, really broke the board and then looked into the camera. How am I stunting? Damn, man. Please, y'all tell me, is this purely for entertainment purposes? I'm trying to see grown men really saying, yo, nah, I gotta show him I'm with the shits. So you go get you a karate gi with a black belt and punch through a little 2-inch piece of loose leaf paper? Even the chicks was kind of stunned and like, what are we doing here? You really thought that that was the move, Quavo? You thought that was the move. We know that you don't rock no karate gi. We know for a fact, son, you not no black belt. Guaranteed, not with that punch, not with that blow. None of that. You didn't even have the proper stance. You ain't had the proper breathing technique. Nah, man. You ain't got the master splinter. No, sir. No. You ain't got the Danielson neither. You might be Danielson before he got taught. You don't have that shit with you. But you showed us all. Anybody on social media. So you show the gangsters in the street, the bangers, the thugs, the stick-up kids. You showed all us. You showed black Hollywood, white Hollywood, the black rap community, athletes. You showed everybody your little nasty-ass wrist action. Yeah. So now we saw it. You, sir, are Vic. Right now, you a Vic. Yeah. Greetings, Uncle Bliz in the chat. I'm usually a quiet viewer. Subby, yeah. I just wanted to say that I enjoy being here with like-minded individuals. Well, salute to you, humbly melanated. And because you are quiet and we never know you here, 55, take a 55 for your ass, because we don't know if you're here or not. Your attendance ain't been taken and you're sitting in the back quietly. Take a 55. Yeah, hold that. Hold that. Take your 55. Matter of fact, take your 55 and take it. Make sure you hold it next to the next board that Quavo tries to punch through. I guarantee you he can't punch through a 55. Yeah. So we glad you're here with us, humbly melanated. We appreciate you. Now get your grades up, okay? Get your grades up. That's what we talking about. All right? We love you here. Don't be quiet. It's not a spot for someone to be quiet and shy. Yeah. Now back to this Kung Fu Panda ass nigga. Yeah. Yeah. What's a 55? You know what a 55, you got a 55 all through middle school and high school. That's why you're sitting here asking what a 55 is. You know what that grade is. The failing grade, the 55. You had a lot of red ones coming up. Don't act like that. Forever, BFF, you got a few 55s. Yeah. Show your little report card from 8th, 9th grade. I guarantee you there's 2 or 3 of them per semester on your card. What's a 55? Like you don't know. You know. You know. Yeah, you got one. Or 2 or 3 coming in here like you was an A student. Like you got all A's and 95s and all. Don't come up in here with that. Hold that 55 for asking what a 55 is. All right? So we got rid of Quavo. We're going to get rid of him. Because Chris Brown about to duff him out. Tell him to take that little tight-ass karate gi off. He would have did better fronting if he would have had maybe a yellow belt. Or a little, red belt. This nigga put on a karate gi with a black belt. And then looked into the camera as if he was scaring somebody, as if he was tough. Man, please, Quavo. You put on that face fronting. We know your knuckles was hurting because you didn't even punch through the shit right. We saw the elbow give a little. And that was a little bullshit piece of wood. Yeah, Chris Breezy, go knock him out. Park him real quick right now. Yeah, that'll work. Next up, who we got next, y'all? Y'all look, excuse me, y'all looking at the thumbnail. Y'all know who's next. I don't want to get into Fat Joe just yet. We don't want to get into the agent provocateur just yet. You know? Because that's kind of steep. Who else is in the thumbnail? I know I got Quavo in there, you know, with his Dragonfly Jones outfit and shit. Who's on the other side of the thumbnail, right? Of course, we got Gilbert Arenas, right? And he's a special case. Yeah, I have to wonder who he's been dealing with for him to get to this viral space that we see him in. You know, because at the time that he caught his little gun charge, he was not too well liked. He was not too well liked at all. So for him to bypass every other athlete who has been in these spaces, these podcast spaces, these YouTube spaces, for him to bypass so many people and to have an audience with people really listening to him when people didn't think highly of him. When he caught that gun charge, if y'all too young to remember or weren't an athlete, he was not highly favored. They got him up out of the league, got him up out of there. Nobody wanted to hear from him. That's straight like that. So how he has reinvented himself, I'm still trying to figure out who's his publicist, who was able to get him into these spaces where people even cared about what he's talking about. You understand? But I seen him come through the timeline, and I also received in my DM a small clip of him on the Euro platform. Yeah, old Vladimir, right? And I usually don't listen, stop listening because of how the tone is. Never mind that he sounds like a cop and he's in a space where most of the time he's not even there. Those guests are talking to a screen. It's just a very condescending tone when he speaks, and people who are conscious, people who are woke, always pick up on that space where people are very condescending, right? And slightly disrespectful when they speak to you. I can read it in body language. I know when old Fays don't dig us or old Fay doesn't dig me. They're not, and I don't get mad. They're not supposed to dig me because I don't want anything but your demise, just like you don't want anything but my enslavement. So I don't care nothing about being around old Fays at all, because they're not going to go to the limit. But when you watch our athletes, when you watch our actors and other forms of entertainers and rappers sit across from this maggot, it's very triggering. So I stopped giving it any attention a couple of years ago. However, I wanted to watch this because of what was said. And I'm glad I did watch it, because what was said in it, there was not a tone, but a message in where they wanted the viewer to believe that you should work for free or at some type of basic rate until, I guess, you get your weight up. And I was like, wow, that language and that tone within that little 20-minute clip of a broader interview was crazy to me, especially because it's coming on the tail end of people like Eric Sermon speaking and let it be known that they were signing, right, contracts that were very exploitive, right? Like Eric Sermon said, they signed a what was it, a $1,500 contract between him and Paris, and subsequently sold 4 consecutive gold albums right out of the gate. So can you imagine how much millions, tens upon millions of merch, of songs that they didn't see nothing from initially? And again, he's not one. Others are coming through with their stories of their contracts, and them signing away a lot of their intellectual property and talent, to people who damn sure wasn't deserving of it. They sent people's kids and grandkids to college. They put these old bastards in homes. You dig what I'm saying? And they allowed them to get money and resources off of this culture, off of their music, right? Which allowed these men to take their money and invest in other forms of resources, in other aspects of business, without even telling these young MCs at the time anything. So it is always a space where you will have these ofays speak to you, right? In a manner which that they want the message to be that you should always sell yourself on the cheap in any of these institutions. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening and I'm looking at Gilbert Arenas' face and I'm thinking, damn, this dude gonna really allow this, butt buddy, this friend of this other, fairy who we just know and we just seen, let him bang people, right? And let people bang his wife out. We know what kind of circle that is, and we're watching Gilbert Arenas, and I'm looking at him, and he's not saying anything. He's, matter of fact, agreeing with the fact that he goes and at times works for no payment in an industry where a lot of people and the standard is to get paid, but he's putting this out. That now sometimes you gotta sell yourself short. Sometimes you have to, work for free. So on the back end, you can get more. This is the same shit that they told the young rappers in the mid to late 80s. This is the same garbage that they tell people in corporate America, to sell yourself short. The same sharecropping shit that they did to us coming out of the fields and Reconstruction. And I'm looking at Gilbert and I'm like, are you serious? You really sitting across from this dude and not only agreeing, but shaking your head and being quiet as he's talking you down in your face? And I'm like, yeah, wow. Man, that's deep. So again, I always wonder how and why certain individuals, certain melanated individuals get propelled to a wider audience. So we can't only blame it on GripperGate. There's other things that's going on. There's other, elements to this that is being used, right? So Gilbert Arenas allowed this dude, this fairy, and, it ain't gotta be alleged. This is what I believe. I don't have to say alleged anything. I believe he's a fairy because his partner in crime is a fairy that allows dudes to run through his wife and then subsequently ran through himself, right? This is the Adam dude. So these dudes they buddies. Get money together, run in circles together. And here this black man who at one time bought firearms in a locker room to bang at his teammate, ready to take another brother all the way out, is now sitting in a space of, if I can't beat them, I'm going to join them and allow them to talk to me about selling or giving away my labor. Either selling my labor for cheap or giving it away and putting this message out as if it's okay. And I'm listening to this Euro get hyper, say, yes, I didn't get anything off of certain things that I've done. I went on Drink Champs and I wasn't paid much. Hopefully they'll come and repay the favor and come on my platform. But if he doesn't do it, oh, so what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You understand? This is a message that, again, if he was saying it to another Euro, I could care less. But the fact that he is having this conversation with somebody who is getting a lot of burn in melanated spaces is very troubling. And it's something that's being repeated over and over and over. Melanated individuals on social media with high subscription, with a broad audience, allowing messages of serfdom, allowing these individuals who are already doing their thing for their own people to tell us that we should allow ourselves to be undervalued. And I'm like, wow. That's powerful. That's very powerful when you have somebody like, an ex-ball player sit there. Somebody who is, articulate to a specific degree. Allow this Euro to disrespect them. Then I got to go back to, just a couple of weeks ago, and we heard this Kwame Brown dude going at him, calling him all type of, dummies up out of his name. You understand? It's deep. It's deep. And because that Euro was going extra hard to get that message across. That, yeah, sometime in business, you have to, take a few in order to get something later on. And they kept saying, you don't understand the business. And I told y'all in this class, the business is always us. We and our labor are always the bottom when it comes to business. Remember, chattel slavery is the primary business. Getting our labor for cheap is business for them. So don't ever go into space believing that you know and understand what Whitey is talking about when it comes to business. Because business for them is always treachery, always trickery, always the sleight of hand, always the bottom line and the super fine print. So as I looked at this dude, Gilbert, and said, damn, you letting this white dude, who's nothing but an opportunist when it comes to speaking to people like you, tell you that it's okay for our people to sell their labor or give their labor away for cheap in order to get into these institutions. I'm saying that's some GripperGate for your ass. He's telling him in his face that you, black man, are nothing in the areas and the arenas that we created, that we own. So if you want to understand this business, you are to give yourself away. And I said, damn, that was deep. To the point that for most of the 20 minutes, Gilbert just sat there looking, hoping that nobody with a conscious ear heard that shit. You can read it on his face until he got the courage enough to shake his head a few times here or there and try to explain why he doesn't get paid when he goes on Club Shay Shay or Club Shanae and some of these other shit. That was deep. See, when I listen, I listen. When I look, I look. I read and I seen that shit. And I was like, damn, this Euro is something else, man. He really needs his head punched in at any given time. So I often question individuals that I see taking pics with them, still going on the platform, still entertaining their bullshit, when we have already proven that there is absolutely no need to deal with any of them at all. Not at this point. People are doing their numbers without them very, very, very well. It boggles the mind. But that's just the slave mentality. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy. You dig? Well, who else is in that thumbnail? I got it placed over. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody in mind. I do know that I got the Champagne Poppy in there with, again, another shade on his painted nails. And I wouldn't have said anything because we already know how he gave it up. We seen him with the yellow nails. We seen him with different colors. Now he got the blue or the green or whatever it was. But something struck me about this one here. Many moons ago, we seen early on the baby go viral. Not the baby, I'm talking about Baby Williams. I'm talking about, you know, old Shoo Gangster Williams' brother, Baby, the mogul. We seen him go viral early on when there was a picture of him kissing Lil Wayne in the mouth. And people again took it and said, yo, nah, Cypher, that's not right and exact. And there was conversations and all type of suspicions behind it. So we know that this is a common practice of his. But again, he excused it away by saying that is his son. He raised him as a pup, and that's what people do. Some people kiss their daddies in the mouth. That sold for a lot of people, especially people who were already, already in GripperGate. You dig what I'm saying? Already. So now, when I see Drake this time, he is in an embrace as if he's greeting Baby. They make a kiss, right? Don't know if it's in the mouth or not, but he embraced him to the point of where he held the baby's bald head. And all you saw was these painted fingernails. Now, that didn't really cause me any type of discomfort or no Diddy moment. Because again, these are two, middle-aged men. We already know in this class that middle age is anything over 35, especially when the life expectancy of our people is 70. So if Drake is pushing 40 and the baby's already 58, these are middle-aged men. So how they greet each other is how they greet each other. But when you see the hand behind the head and in the embrace of that hand, You see Drake nails painted on like that. That color is
It's
mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'll push it, move it. When you see that going on, you know it's something weird. But when he pulled back, the baby had a different look in his face. The look was of someone sort of like a satisfied auntie, like very pleased with that emotional energy that was between them as Drake went up onto the stage. Very different look for a middle-aged man. I found it very weird. Very weird indeed. And it was such a passionate look. A look of sustained pleasure, even. Yeah, man, it was something that, hey, man, I'm not gonna forget. If you look at it, you see it in the thumbnail, you see it, go and check it out. Go and check it out for yourselves. As I walk, as I told you, you already know that I'm out here in the sticks, you know? So, y'all excuse me while I move around for a quick second. Your key was on the floor by the television. You dig? So, y'all excuse me, while I back this up. You know how you gotta do when you I guess you gotta move around and stuff. Come on. But yeah, that embrace was crazy. It's something I will never forget. And I'm glad that we have a visual of it. I'm glad that it is actually a video clip. When you look at it, you will not mistake it. He pulled away and the baby sure was cheesing. He felt good in his heart and in his soul about whatever that exchange was. I've never seen anything like it between two commercial rap titans, if you know what I mean. I mean, both of these men are valued in the upper tens of millions, hundreds of millions, man. Both of them. What kind of interaction was that? I mean, oh man, I forget. Y'all got hills and shit down here. These hills over here is like the Bronx. So I gotta always put that emergency brake on and shit. Let me back up so my nephew can get up out of here. I appreciate y'all sticking with me while I do this here. Cause y'all know I don't like to be disturbed and shit when I'm in class. You know what I'm saying? You know that. And y'all damn sure know I don't like being out in the sticks. Y'all know that for absolute fact and shit. I don't like this shit one bit. They got too many wildlife shit out here for me. Every time I pull up to this shit, they got ducks and rabbits and all type of weird shit. I don't like this shit. Y'all know that. Yeah, man, they got all type of wildlife out here, man. You know, I don't like that shit. Ain't that right, C-Blaze? I don't play with the coming to this shit, man. I be getting the hell scurry my little city-fied ass right back up in this house. So you know how that shit go. Don't get to laughing and shit. Y'all laughing. I'm dead ass serious. I don't play no games when it comes to that. Make sure that this Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, there you go. What was that? Yeah, I don't like that shit. What? Yeah, let me get my ass back up in here. The hell was that? Yeah, I don't play them games. Oh, yeah, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me get back to the get back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Now, in us watching that, again, in us watching that, we have to go back a couple of days to where we sing Fat Boy, Joey Krills, the Don Mega of the Bronx, making a blabbering statement about painted nails being the new swag and really not making too much sense in the statement because he was making every attempt to be politically correct. Okay? But you couldn't be. So I'm listening, as many others listened and were confused. I'm believing. Yeah, I heard it was a coyote in Central Park. I see that, God. I seen it. Yeah, I heard it. Heard it. I heard it, but I don't be in Central Park neither. Central Park got more than coyotes up in there. And that coyote gonna run into one of them homeless crackheads and get his ass ate up. Yeah. So you ain't got to worry about that coyote in Central Park too much longer. Once that news get out, yeah, you're gonna have some official crackheads going to Central Park looking for a nice meal. So old Coyote need to get his ass back to higher ground for somebody to make a meal out of him. So anyway, in this ill-advised statement from Fat Joe about painted nails and purses being the new swag, right? And he tried to make the connection between that and what we were doing as far as the gear was concerned back in the early days of hip hop, had people scratching their head. Like, how can you compare gold rope chains, right? Or maybe Fila velour or Gucci velour sweatsuits, right? Or Kangos or different items that we chose, right? Coming from the street to represent who we are with painted nails and purses on men. So again, he is making every attempt to stick his big toe into the party. Yeah, it made absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. To call that swag, I guess it's swag, and one of the toughest who? One of the toughest was wearing a skirt. Yeah, his name. You got to understand and listen to the language. So now you're in support of this individual that's on trial for doing a whole bunch of wild shit, or accused of doing a whole bunch of wild shit. None of it, which really gets me, none of these dudes that these New York MCs, these New York commercial rappers, these New York elder statesmen, again, none of these Southern dudes, especially in the rap world, did anything for any of them at all. Nothing. Barely put them on any songs, tours, none of that. Now, if in the back offices, in the back room, if these young country dudes are on paper making promises or using certain lanes that we are not aware of, then so be it. But on the front and on the face of it, they ain't giving you shit. For real, for real. So all the support of them, especially when it comes to you, Fat Joe. Because I don't see your fingernails painted. You understand? I seen you wearing some very weird stuff, childlike stuff, things that may attract little kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that little pink puffy goose ensemble that you had on. Yeah, that was questionable. But since you think it's so swagalicious to paint your fingernails, let's see you do it, Mr. Cartagena. Since you are in so much of a support of it. When are we gonna see your little sausage-like hands with some paint on the fingernails, Fat Joe? Since there's so much swag. Yeah. I mean, you do like licking sneaker bottoms and shit. Go to full length. Put on a slip and a skirt and get you some fingernails. Swag it out, Fat Joe. Since it's okay. Yeah. Fat Joe, you think it's okay for melanated men to wear purses? Fat Joe thinks it's okay for melanated men to paint their fingernails. Colorful paint at that. You feel that it's swagalicious. Fat Joe thinks that black melanated men have swag when they wear a purse. Yeah, that's where you at with it, y'all. I'm sorry, I beg to differ. I really do. It's not there. Yeah, y'all. It's been an eventful last couple of days. It really has been. You know it has been if I had to jump on this late. But, you know, I love my class. You dig? What the Sleepy Joe, what Sleepy Joe done did, we already know. You know? We already know. What? Village what? Got slapped in Manhattan for rapping Ghost. Who? Who got slapped up? Lay Charles? Ghost put hands on somebody? Like, what? Oh, Cells. Really? Dr. Umar girl got arrested for selling that box? Like they caught her in a sting? Man. Don't tell me old Sister Suki got caught up in a sting. But I thought selling box was legal in Miami. Oh, that's a rhyme he spit. Yeah, no doubt. I thought you was being literal. I didn't know you was bringing. Yeah. I didn't know you was going there with it. Because you see, it's 1 o'clock. I didn't think you was spitting lyrics. But man, somebody DM me that information on Sister Suki. I wonder if Dr. Umar's gonna bail his boo thing out. Yeah, Dr. Umar, go get your poo stank. Yeah, go get your poo stank, Dr. Umar. Don't let her sit in the county in a hoose gal. Damn, Jules said she got knocked for prisoner. Whoa, what's going on? When did this happen? It's 1 o'clock. This just happened? Who? You want to spar with who? Fair lady. I don't spar with no lady. Nah, man. Spar? What kind of sparring? A square ring? I don't throw hands with ladies. Nah. Come to ladies, you get a different type of wrestling. You ain't got no time to be sparring with you. The hell you think you Clarissa Shields? Whoa. Hold on, Soprano. Nah, you got to send that info. Y'all going in. This is what late night class is about? This is what late night class is about? Y'all coming with the extra info? Like, come on. For real? Wow. Yeah, we seen that cookie? Yeah, they told, come on. We don't get in the ring and spar with women. That ain't happen. You gonna inbox me later this afternoon? All right, no doubt. I gotta see that. I never heard that. Word? I wouldn't put it past them though. Being behind the wall, they'll stab you. They'll go gun to gun over a transformer. I done seen that. I done seen that with the Nietas, some kings too. Who knew? That's my money though. Straight transformer. Dudes will get their gun quick. So I wouldn't put it past them. I'm serious, but I need to see some intel on that. And that's for real. Word. She was out there. She was out there hand to hand in 2024. Wait or work? She was out there selling krills. Come on, y'all clowning. It's 1 in the morning. I ain't messing with y'all right now. I ain't messing with y'all. Y'all not gonna come in this class and talk about Sister Suki was out there hand to hand in the 2024. Come on now. Come on now. Where's Dr. Umar? I know he got to have a lawyer on tap. Oh yeah, Panda Chop. I heard of the platform. My brother Dallas put me onto the platform, but I don't get to watch it all the time. What? What? Oh, I got to see that. I gotta see that. Yeah, him too. Yeah, tag him too. Tag him too. And to see these young boys, like that's who the other dude was. Not Caleb Williams. Jalen Williams, the basketball dude. Looking like goddamn Kenny from South Park. That's who was in the thumbnail. See, y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all almost let me close the class without talking about that bozo. What kind of outfit was that? These young dudes is nuts. He went to the NBA press conference, post game, with the hoodie on like this, covering his face almost, looking just like Kenny from South Park. But come to find out, because Jules, one of the Jules sent it to me, come to find out that that dude was born in Colorado. And South Park, the cartoon, the setting is Colorado. So he thought he was being funny. He thought he was being funny, but he wasn't being funny. He made himself look like a clown, like a cartoon character, big grown-ass kid, looking like that, doing that. Come on now. Looking like, and we know what happened to Kenny in every episode. Y'all know what happened to Kenny from South Park in every episode. So why would you dress like that? Why would you look like that? And he's a young kid. He's like 22, 23. So, you know, how old is South Park? South Park is about that old. Coming to the press conference with that bullshit shit covering his whole face and shit. Looking like, come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do much better. Like I said, our priorities is twisted and no one has an obligation to black men being at their best. And because no one has an obligation, we allow it to go unchecked. We allow it to go unchecked. And it's crazy at this point. It's crazy. You dig? Unreal. Yeah, it is. It is. No accountability. No accountability. Because again, you can't have accountability. We can't hold these men accountable for their actions when black people, when melanated people are not obligated to ourselves. There has to be a point where we are obligated to do right. But we don't even hold anybody accountable. And when it comes to others faltering on their obligation to their own, because they're so obligated to white folk and the white institutions and the white power structures, these OFAs. These dudes are obligated to uphold their weak value system. Because if their value system meant anything, if their morals actually meant anything, you wouldn't have an ex-president looking at jail time. And he wasn't the first one. This is just the first one that they allowed to go through the process. Because any one of the presidents, whether it be him, whether it be Biden, whether it be Barry, whether it be any of the Bushes, the Clintons, they all could have been behind bars. But the prestige of what that eagle, what that American flag, what that baseball and that apple pie meant over these centuries was too much to allow them to falter to go to jail. but our awareness is up right now. You understand? We have a very keen sense of self and what we're supposed to do. However, we don't cut these dudes down at the knees. And I'm talking about black folk who have more of an obligation to be in white spaces than to us. And it could be your daddy, your granddaddy, your uncle, your cousin at the lodge, your goddamn brother-in-law in the church. You don't cut them down at the knees when they keep putting Whitey and his institutions in front of you. So if we don't hold ourselves accountable for the lack of obligation to ourselves, we're going to continuously suffer. That's just it. And it's going to take that front at one point in one time for them to look in the mirror, for us to look in the mirror and say, damn, son, you stupid. Are we this dumb to keep letting these baby abusers, these mismanagers of finance, these reckless people with their firearms to shoot down innocent people continuously be in charge? Like, come on. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. Somehow they have convinced, and I know I'm stretching it. It's late night, but I gotta get this jewel out. I'm telling you, they got black people convinced that you can get equity from these racist people without struggle, without pain. And that is a lie. There is nothing that has ever existed without pain, without struggle. Life itself, the 12 jewels, the 12, the 12 characteristics, everything, protons, electrons, everything that we know, surahs, everything that we know is a point of pain. That's just it. Everything before it can manifest itself goes through a cycle of struggle. And revolution and liberation is an exempt from it. You're not getting liberated through peace, full means. It's not happening. It's not happening. The universe and all that's in it was created through an act of pain. Sperm fertilizing an egg is pain and struggle. You think the sperm just wiggles on up and taps on the egg and is fertilized? Hell no. It's power. It's force. There's millions of them at a high rate of speed. You think that connection to the egg is painless? No. Boom. It's an energy. It's force. That's why when a woman is in tune with her body, she knows the immediate moment conception happens. Because it's force. It's pain. And through those 9 months, she's feeling what? Different pains in the growth, in the weight, in the expectations. And labor. What is labor? The word labor itself is pain. And then you have life, learning, struggles, pain. It's forceful. These old phrases got you thinking you're going to feel pleasure? That life is supposed to be sweet and painless? That you're not going to go through trauma, grieving? You're not going to go through people transitioning and you feeling a ways? No. So how, if everything else has to deal with pain, has to deal with life and death, has to deal with war and politics. How do you believe that you can go to a table full of old fays and beg for your liberation? How can you believe in a higher power if you are going to relinquish any type of energy from that higher power to devils, to 10%, to divine evil? You don't know your lessons. You don't know your degrees. You don't have knowledge of self. If you believe that these old fays are supposed to have power and authority over you, and you're not willing to go through pain and struggle to get up from their grip, nah, no way. No way. You can't believe that. You can't believe that. So I challenge anybody on it. Struggle is pain. War is pain. But at the completion of it, at any point that you do acknowledge peace, then there will be some sort of pleasure in peace. Okay? You know, it's just some jewels for your ass, man. I mean, we teach in this class. That's what we do. And again, it's always fun to war effort, B. It's not a game. Now, I want to see what other person or group of persons that create platforms and YouTube spaces and IGs are going to give you any type of nourishment. I don't know. But as always, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you and guard your mind. Don't let these people get in your mind. Guard your mind, build yourself back up, get your confidence back up, remain militant because we are in war. We're in a war. You dig? Fund the war effort. Tell these dudes to stop coming around talking about it. Swaggy, nail polishing purses and shit. I mean, Fat Joe making me believe that he got on some Fenty panties if he talking about that, which is fine. If that's what he likes to feel on his grippers, extra strong silk and elastic nylon Fenty drawers. If they made him a special pair, cool. It's not a problem. But don't try to convince me that that's swag. Nah, man. That's swag if Rihanna got it on. And it ain't even swag if Rihanna got it on. Shit, it's just sexy. But nah, y'all commercial rappers that's been around 40 years, come on, man. Fat Joe, the Chicken Boss, DJ Khaled, if y'all dudes is running around in Fenty drawers, I'm not talking about the ones she make for the so-called men. I'm talking about them Fenty specials. For y'all? Nah, man. That's not swag. No. That's big men trying to be sexy. And we got a problem. Nah, crack kingpins ain't supposed to be running around sexy, Fat Joe. We not having that. No. I would, man, if I'm in the, I want, man, listen, BX, let me know if that's how y'all gangsters give it up. Y'all gangsters in the Bronx is on the block pitching work and Fenty draws and colored nail polish? Come on, man. I don't know. And again, because I'm going to keep it 1,000. The only way I know how to keep it, when I'm looking at these fashion statements, I'm looking at these purses, I'm looking at these dresses on these young boys, and then I hear a cosign from Fat Joe, and I know he's from the Bronx, and he's around them pioneers. When I look at that picture, a Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and you got Kid Creole with that little tight-ass yellow outfit and his hair long. And when you look at Raheem, and he got on something that looked like a pair of drawers with shoes on and that coat open, I'm looking, I'm like, yo, hold up. Hold up. Yo. I'm not bullshit. Go look at it. You think I'm playing? You could Google it. You could go it. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Do that pic from back in the days when they got Mel on the ground and Kid Creole shit. He looking real spicy. Raheem, because Cowboy got his hat, but Raheem got on something that looked like yellow drawers. And I don't understand it because everybody else had on pants. Where's your pants at, sir? What was so furious about the five? I'm serious. And there's no slight on them. But when you start talking about these young boys, they got it from somewhere. There's no telling if they looked into the archives and saw the pictures and was like, oh, hold on. They had on drawers too. Hold on. They was wearing this. Hold on. I'm just saying. It's coming from the Bronx. It's the BX. So y'all gotta let me know. Joe, what up? Joey, crack. You co-signing purses. All right. Okay. Yeah, salute, Hans. Salute. Yeah. With the drawers and bare chested. I'm just saying. Listen. Listen, come on, see. Come on, see. I'm not saying it's that bad. I'm just saying I'm looking at it. And I'm saying. I'm just saying, listen, there's a lot of little weirdness coming out from them being co-signed. Listen, I seen your man take a picture with homie, and we know homie just got his back dug out. We know homie wife just got her back blown out. And your man who's repping the BX, repping pioneers and old school hip hop to the fullest, just flicked it up with him for no other reason. I'm just saying. You look at Raheem, he got on drawers. I'm just saying. We see Fat Joe, he's co-signing purses, fingernail polishing dresses. I'm just saying. Okay? Again, it's 2024. People do what they do. But be truthful and admit to it. And live their life. I mean, shit, Sam Champion lives his life, so does Anderson Cooper. Don Lemon, they live their life. I haven't seen any of them with skirts and dresses and purses and nail polish, though. However, it is pushed on the melanated men. I'm just saying. There's a reason for it. But again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. All peace and power to the people that struggle fund the war effort. Salute, salute all my classroom assistants. Much love and appreciation to y'all for holding it down. 55 gang. Get y'all grades up.